Hey guys, this is Anthony Romrell, and in this video we're going to be doing some animation based on Richard Williams' thoughts and advice in his book, The Animator Survival Kit. What we're going to do is we're going to translate pages 102 to 117. So I've got a little starter file for you. In order to get access to it, here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to go to a browser, go to your forked repository, and right here, so if you click on, it should be yours, Essentials. So your file / Essentials, you should be able to see a sync fork, and you're going to hit that button. And as soon as you do so, it'll update the branch, and you should be good to go. And what you'll then see is this file here, animation page 102 to 117 starter. Go ahead and open that up. It should launch Maya, and you're going to see a little ball character. Now there's a couple settings that we need to make sure that we have ready to go in Maya. So what I want you to do is click on this little man icon right here. This looks like a little running man. Okay. And it's going to open up a screen. It just went off my screen. I'll pull it back in. And you're going to go to animation, a couple settings. So if you click on that running man, it showed a time slider. Make sure that your playback speed is 24 FPX times 1. And then click on animation. And then in animation, I need you to change your tangents. So default in tangent is flat. Default out tangent is stepped. This is going to be really important because we're not going to look at the motion of the character. We're going to do what's called pose-to-pose method. Okay. And I really want you to read pages 102 to 117 so that you can get a really good foundation of what we're going over. So what I have is a character already posed and just 2 of the poses done. I started you on this so that you can get a sense of how this works. So I've got the pose, I've got the little ball character. And by the way, we're not animating this rig directly. This is referenced. So if we go to File, let's see here, Reference Editor, you can see we have a little window popped up off screen. It's the ultimate walker. We don't want to directly animate a rig. We want to reference it and call it an animation. So we can use this rig over and over and over again, right, without duplicating it. Anyway, so I set up we're going to do a 25 frame animation. We're going to keep the walk in place. And so frame 1 and frame 25 are identical. Okay. And so I'm going to make the opposite pose on 13. Okay, so this is what's called a contact position. So 1 and 25 are contact. That's when the character makes contact with the floor here. So what we're going to do is reverse this pose. So to do so, I'm going to take this foot, hit the W key. By the way, a couple ways to animate from here going forward. Your move settings should be like this. So your move setting could be either world or object. Right? So I'm going to animate in world right now, but oftentimes I'll switch to object. As far as rotation, if I were to double click the rotate tool, okay, it should only be in gimbal. Only ever animate rotation in gimbal. So make sure that this doesn't say object or world or component or anything else. Make sure you're only rotating in gimbal ever, because what will happen is you'll achieve gimbal lock and you'll be forever plagued with difficulty in animation. So always rotate your animations in gimbal. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to start the posing process. You know, character's a little goofy. You have these feet that you think would be the right place to animate, but they're not. There's these little diamonds. I'm not saying I really like this rig. I'm saying it's a rig. So I'm going to push this one back, and I'm going to rotate this foot into position. Basically, I'm going to try to match what's already there on the other side, okay? And then we're going to pull it. Yeah, that looks about right. Maybe a little further this way. Farther, right? And then on controls, we have this toe tilt. So I'm going to type in, I think -34 is on the other one. Yeah, there we go. And then just do a little bit more rotating. Now, when you're done, remember to hit the S key. Okay, we're not going to auto key. Instead, we're going to hit the S key and be deliberate. Otherwise, if we don't do that, oh, you know what? I did it on frame 25. Big mistake. Should have been on frame 13. So I'm going to undo that. I have to do this pose over again because I did it wrong. But it's okay. I'll leave it in the edit because it's better for you to see my mistake, because you'll probably make a similar mistake. So put this into position, rotate it. I'm on frame 13 now. Okay. Just position this as close to the other foot. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys. It just has to be the opposite. Again, that toe roll, -34. That's just a made up magic number, right? Magic number means that we make it up, right? We don't know exactly why that number is what it is. We just put it there and it seems to work. So it's like magic. Okay, we'll hit the S key. Okay, now we're going to work on this other foot, and we're going to pull this forward. I make this mistake all the time. I grab the wrong control. It's this control. It's not a logical rig, and we'll rotate this into place as if we're making contact with the ground. We'll get rid of that toe roll. Okay. Hit the W key. I am moving in world space. It's just a little easier to move this control in world space than object space. Okay. You pick which one's right for you. Hit that S key. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the period key and the comma key to go back and forth. So that's what frame 1 and 13. Now if we go to frame 1, 13, 25, 25 and 1 are the same. So since we'll get to that, right? It's basically doubling up. We will change this eventually. We'll drop this down to 24 and it'll run properly. If I were to push play though, this is what I got. Okay, because it's stepped and flat tangents. This is what we want. We don't want to look at the animation. We don't want to focus on the motion. We want to focus on the poses. Good poses equals good animation. Okay, so these are the contacts now finished in this video. So we have contact on 1, contact on 13, and a contact on 25, which is the exact same as 1. And in the next video, we're going to focus on breakdowns.